Hello and welcome back, guys, to tonight's EGL tournament. Massive prize on the way in. Well, massive prizes to win, and something to obviously mention. Team Infused able to take at least one game away from Pickups Unite as well. I am going to be here with Fox as well. Forgot to mention that real quick. So, Fox, who do you want to hop on with real quick to start off with?
I'd like to see Infused right now, according to the chat, they're the favorite to win. Now they got their first map win in the series. If we can see them shut it out for the next 3 maps, they will win the entire tournament. However, Pickups United has been looking really good for the first 2 maps, being the first team to even take a map off of Infused. And if they can win in 2 best-of-5 series, they win the entire tournament. So I'm going to go on board with them. Looks like Colgate's taking the hill, but I want to see if they can push out and get this scrap time.
By the looks of it as well, already right off the start, Unite looking like a very dominant team. Gaining quite a lot of time on this very first hill. By the looks as well, it looks as if Colgate was literally just, alone inside of the, inside the hill. Like Team Infused barely even going in for a push. But yeah, by the looks of it, Infused starting to, slay up, starting to pick up all those, crucial kills, pushing straight through mid street, and they actually do have control of spawns at this moment in time.
Now, see, the reason this push right here did not work was because Colgate was the only one going through and trying to push for spawns, whereas everyone else was pushing through elbow. As soon as Colgate got shut down, there was no way that they were going to make it through front green. This is working now because they sent 2 people up front and 2 people through the back from school and crates. As you can see, Jake is slowly but surely making his way through crates, picking up 1 kill to his name, trying to connect with the second, but he cannot quite do it. Marky B still holding down the spawns for Infused.
Yeah, someone, literally like just kind of, going on with what you're saying, the whole of Unite pushing elbow for this hill. It's definitely not what you want to be seeing happening. You want to see them either push straight through school or push through mid-map if they can. It's literally just easy kills, and Infused literally holding that time down for basically just about all the time, I would say. In fact, actually, I think it was the whole amount of time. So bringing themselves into the lead by a mass amount, and it does mean that, well, yeah, just take them in the lead.
Insight setting up with the SMG just at the top of ramp, not able to stay alive though. Now Urban hoping to hold these, maybe he's trying to hold these spawns out here, back garage, and it's a very good spot to sit in as all 4 players from Pickups Unite push in from school, which is usually not the ideal thing to do. You want to push in from multiple entrances, and it seems as though they're falling into the same issue they did on the green hardpoint, where they all just push in face first instead of maybe sending 1 or 2 flanks to try and stop the spawns. But Urban hasn't seen any action back there. He's still pre-aiming middle street with nothing.
Yeah, but by the looks of it as well, as you can see from COD Vision as well, a lot of the players starting to rotate over. There was going to be 2 players try to push in and try to gain the spawns. It is going to be Jake COD, who is sitting around the back, tagging up quite a few players from Team Infused, but not able to pick up a single kill yet. He does know that Marky B is going to be coming in from the small building at the back, but unable to pick up that kill on Marky B. So by the looks of it, again, Team Infused in control of the spawns here. Niall actually pushing around the back, able to pick up a few crucial kills inside of this hill, and gaining the spawns for him and his teammates.
Neo faced with 4 different players in front of him at yellow. There's the trophy system coming into effect, blocking his stun right out of the sky, and there comes the flank, but it's still shut down by Jake. I'm going to hop on board with Jake and see if he's going to stay alive at the hill as he sits in the back 18 with his AR. No, PD shuts him down with the ASM1. So 4 players alive on each team, all converging onto this hill to hopefully win the scrap time, but it's looking like Pickups United is able to hold it down. Colgate's not going down, and 1 more player inside the closet. That's going to be Marky B. Picks up 1 kill. Can he go for the second? That he does. Picks up 2 kills. 1 more coming in from front yellow. That's a triple kill. Marky B is shutting it down, and Infused gets the scrap time as they move on to School Hill.
Yeah, and Infused have really started to pick up that game now. I think they kind of started to cop on a bit, from what was happening. I think they realized, Unite, they're taking it from us too easy. We can't let it happen. So they're going into this game, coming into it strong. Definitely starting to slit up Unite now. Unite obviously starting to have a bit of a battle between both of them. So definitely a very good game indeed. As you can see, it is going to be Team Infused in control of this hill, and they are going to be in a good position as well. By the looks of it, they are going to be in control of garage spawns as well. So meaning that the whole squad from Unite are going to be spawning inside of lockers, able to push in, able to gain control as well, as Niall is going to be pushing out, trying to gain mid-street control.
Pickups United is just swarming this hill right now, but now it's the complete reverse effect as we see Infused doing the same thing, coming in from all entrances. We got to see how Pickups United is going to respond, and it's going to be now coming in for the two-piece. PD responds with a three-piece of his own. Can he stay alive in the hill is the question. It looks like he's going to be awarded this scrap time as we're now moving into the second set of hills in the rotation. We're going right back to the beginning where we started off at the center cube, and it looks like the initial time will be going to Team Pickups United.
Yeah, and by the looks of it, we did see, the amount of time that Unite were able to, bring on this very first hill. So they could actually bring themselves back into this if they start, holding down this hill, which they were doing on the first side. I'm actually going to be on with Marky P and see what he's actually able to do. He is actually rocking that ball. Tagging up so many players from Unite, but unable to pick up a single player. He is finally going to be able to pick up Jake, as he is going to be sitting in this mid-street area, trying to slit up as many players as he can, pushing in, able to gain control of this hill. And he definitely needs help from someone. And he's going to be able to get a turn-on kill there. Able to pick up an ASM-1 from the ground and get a turn-on kill. He's going to be playing that OBJ role, pre-firing inside of Hospital, but eventually it's going to get taken down by Nile with a massive three-piece.
I'm going to need to see some more sub play out of PD and Zero here. I want to see more aggression out of them. We're seeing PD at 3 defends currently, and we're seeing Zero at 4 defends. And Marky B, an AR player, has equally as many defends as they do, and that should not happen on a map like Detroit. I want to see more aggression out of them. I want to see a higher kill game between them, and Infused can really take this game and run away with it. But as I'm saying that, we're seeing Pickups Unite sitting in the hard point with no conflict until just now. 15 seconds in, Urban's able to come through with the two-piece.
Yeah, and by the looks of it as well, Team Infused starting to rack up as many points as possible. Try Zero able to pick up a nice little two-piece at the front, picking up a third as well, going on with Trey Zero. Can he pick up this fourth? Marky B is able to pick up another one, pushing it in, pre-fires it. He's literally just waiting around at the back, waiting for the opposition to push in and just bait them, really. By the looks of it as well, just still going on Zero. What is going on? He's literally picking up kill after kill after kill, and he is going to be on a 5-kill streak, trying to fire through this wall, trying to pick up even more. He is so bloodthirsty at this moment in time.
Here it is, Zero going on the bloodthirsty, holding the scrap time down for Infused, who seems to be a completely new team going into this hard point. They're hitting all the rotations. They're holding all the spawns very well with the ARs, either it's Urban or Marky B. And I'd say that as long as they can stay consistent with this, they will not lose this hard point. There will be no comeback as long as Marky B and Urban can stay consistent with their positioning.
Exactly, and if they keep in this mindset that that they're in right now, then there's definitely still a massive chance that they'll be able to take this overall from Unite. From what looked like Infused were just slacking. They've really started to pick it up, and they really are showing why they are a top priority team.
And see, here we have Marky B out of position, sitting in the hard point alongside 2 of his other sub players pushing the hill, where he ended up letting 2 players come in from middle street to back garage up the ramp to kill them. Had Marky B let his 2 sub players and trusted them enough to play for that gunfight, I think that they would have held that hill a bit longer. But here we are coming into the yellow rotation. Urban, with his sub in hand, is awaiting players coming in from front yellow. Pre-firing his teammate there is not going to get him too far. Turns the corner with the boost and destroys Insight. Very nice kill on his end. 1 player coming in from the closet and 1 from front yellow. He's going to get pinched and fall. And now we're seeing Pickups United slowly coming back into this game. They're only 40 seconds away with 2 hills left in this match.
Yeah, with 40 seconds left on the clock as well. But looks as well, Marky pushing straight in, able to gain control of it. I think someone from Unite actually, pushed straight out, but Marky B getting thirsty, trying to pick up as many kills as possible, but it isn't actually going to happen. And Trey Zero able to pick up another kill inside of Closet as well. So, Infused starting to slay up a bit more, starting to bring that lead up more and more against Unite. So, putting a lot of pressure on Unite now, and I think going into this last hill, it's going to be very hard for Unite to be able to take this game from Infused.
Marky B is just doing it all for this Infused squad, switching back and forth between his AR and bow, and still staying on top of the scoreboard in every column, kills and objective. Let's see how he closes it out with the sub in school.
Yeah, and by the looks of it, he's going to be pushing all the way through, try to hold this garage side. He's going to be, eventually is able to pick up 1. And like I say, just staying inside the pit, able to pick up a second one. He's searching for more. Trey Zero is going to be there as well. Literally just stopping anyone from Unite pushing anywhere near this hill.
I think around every single hardpoint game we've seen Infused play today, Marky B, has been almost to 40 kills or almost to 50 kills. And that's the story here on the Detroit hardpoint as the host ends the game. The win going to Infused, winning their second map. If they can win just one more, they close out the series and win the entire tournament. Guys, I'm Fox, joined by Draft. We're going to cut to a commercial break and get into the next map. Stay tuned.